Hello, everyone. Happy Friday night and welcome to my prayer chair. Gosh, it was a year ago today where my life started to take a turn that I didn't know was going to turn, twirl, go upside down, and a whole lot of other things at the same time. So, as my VIPs, some of you have been in here 7 years. You might be thinking, geez, I just joined yesterday. This group has been around for a hot minute, let me tell you. So hello, it's Friday night. It is Good Friday. It is Holy Friday. And with that in mind, it's still very much on my heart this morning when I was in this actual chair. I knew that I still needed to come and talk here to you all tonight as well. And so I hope that you have had a blessed day. Some of you may have been working. Some of you may have been off for Good Friday. But I wanted to come in and kind of do a little bit of a year in review. It's not going to take a whole year long. It's not going to take that long. But like I said, some of you have been in here for 7 years and there definitely have been some changes. And some of you, like you might have just jumped in here actually even just today. And so a year ago, April 3rd, let me step back a second and say something I've done, gosh, 20, I think back to 2017 is I have written in journals most mornings. I'm not perfect, not at all. But most mornings I have written in journals, and I've started with 5 notes of gratitude. And it could even just be, like this morning, one of the things I wrote was that the weather wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be. Like it's very simple, everyday life things. And then I share 10 dreams that I make happen. And I like to say I make happen with God. And so one of those is I'm healthy and happy with my body. I always write about Todd and I. I'm happily married to my BFF. We're high school sweethearts, by the way, if you all didn't know that, okay? So it's things like that. But then there are some other big things that might be an income goal. I take our family on annual vacations. Like I would love to be able to earn the income to be able to take like adult kids, grandkids, all of that, on an annual trip. I think that would just be really, really, really super cool. So I'm sitting in this chair here last April 3rd and, doing my usual writing, and my lines don't change unless they are given direction. And so at that time, I was writing those things, my 10 dreams, as I call them, 10 dreams I made happen. Happily married to my BFF. I'm debt free. I'm healthy and happy with my body. I write that we are snowbirds. I was writing we visit London and Paris. That was line number 5. Line number 6, we visit our grandkids in an RV. Line number 7, I earn $100K a year. I just think it would be just a goal to show that I can do that. I've been somewhat close, but haven't tipped that. I work my business 50% online because we, of course, have our grandson and, working and then also providing childcare. So wanted to move a little bit more of my business online so that I wasn't out and around more and available. And line number 9, and I know this will be backwards for you all. Line number 9 right here is what changed last year on April 3rd. On that line, the day before, I wrote, I promote a star stylist. In my previous company, promoting a star stylist would have been helping a team member move into a leadership position. And on the morning of April 3rd, God said to me, you need to start writing, I am a CIC, a Christian image consultant. And I was so sassy, I wrote right back over here on the side, did you have me write that, Lord? Did you have me write that, Lord? Right there. By the way, you girls in the VIP, you're the only ones that are getting to see this journal thing, okay? Because like you're my ride or die gals in here. So I wrote it down. A little backstory, just a little bit pre-COVID. So February 29th, 2020, I went to Pella, Iowa. right out of college, my husband started at Pella Windows. Our first decade, our first 10 years of being married, we lived in Pella, Iowa, in that very super adorable Dutch town. And on that day, hi, Joy, thanks for hopping on. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Dory. On that day, I don't see everybody and I'm not seeing comments, but I certainly will go back. So February 29th, 2020, I went to Pella, Iowa as a shapewear expert with one of my clients, Jennifer McAlexander, and she was giving a presentation at the Pella Opera House that day, and it was all about faith and fashion. And she had become a Ruby Ribbon client of mine. That's the company that closed, if you just joined here recently in this group. And so of course, after that, then I booked a virtual appointment with her. And some of you, our appointments have only been virtual, for example. And so I booked a virtual appointment with her then to find out about what my color code is. Some of you are familiar with the word seasons. I'm getting to the company I'm working with, and also how to dress for my body type. Okay, so I was familiar. I bought closet planners and attended workshops and knew quite a little bit about style by color. And so when God told me to write, I am a CIC, I am a Christian image consultant, it was familiar. But like I said, I wrote right next to that line, did you have me write that, Lord? I was like, where is that coming from? I had been so faithful to my company, but God knew things were going to be changing. And so I started writing it. I wrote it down on April 4th. I wrote it down on April 5th. Da, 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 da. And all the way to May 20th. It was a Monday morning, May 20th. And I am in this chair. And the Lord says to me, you need to ask Todd for the tuition money. Now, I am sure if you've been on social at all, you've seen people that say they can train you about your colors online. You can pay $200, this and that. This was like a college tuition. This was a 5-figure tuition. This is not a, can you get me a continuing ed, kind of an event registration, extra little money out of our family budget here. It was not a small ask. Well, we had been married last year 36 years, this year 37 years, and I counted to 3, I acted like a school girl, for heaven's sakes, sending him a message, because I don't think I had told him back on April 3rd, God told me to start writing that I am a CIC. So I sent him a text and I asked him if he can take a call. Well, we have aging parents, and when you have aging parents, if someone says that, you call right away. He called right away. And so I told him what had been going on since April 3rd, and that God had told me to ask for the tuition money. And I had moved from the chair to the computer to find out what it really cost. Okay, 10 grand. And all the questions came. He's an engineer. So if you know engineers, you can send me all the hearts, drop some hearts, give me the sympathy, right, with an engineer. So many questions, because he's used to his wife, me, being in a direct selling company for a couple of decades where, you have to you can sponsor this, that, and the other. This is not like this at all. This is just like if you were to go and become, a cosmetologist. I mean, there's no recruiting, there's no sponsoring. We are certified, we are independent, and we work our businesses as we want. And so I had a lot of questions, a lot of sticky note of questions, primarily from him. And one of which was it any issue if I continued with Ruby Ribbon, which I was still all in, number 3 in sales in the company, for that conference year. And so I got all the questions answered. I sent an email. I saw the working hours at Style by Color on the East Coast were at 4:00. And I'd sent an email to see if they had received my application, okay? And so once it became 3:00 my time, 4:00 Eastern, I hadn't heard back. And I sent an email and said, I just wanted to make sure received my application. And someone did respond. I didn't expect an answer. Someone did respond and said, Sherry Brandell, she's the founder, will be giving you a call. So not everyone is accepted. Not everyone is accepted to this actually. And so I had a phone call from Sherry then within that hour, like by 5 o'clock her time, and she interviewed me. She actually had been a Ruby Ribbon customer. She was a shapewear customer of mine as well, as was her sister for a little while as well. And I had never met her in person. She was not at that event in Pella. She had been in the Midwest for another event over in Iowa that I was not able to attend the day she was here. But we kind of had a relationship, and she knew I had been buying into the company by buying closet planners, outfit planners, attending workshops and stuff like that for about 5 years. And so she said, well, we'd love to have you. How would you like to start tomorrow? Tomorrow, the next day, May 21st. Well, at that time, I was working from home and providing childcare for our grandson on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So the next day was Tuesday. Ladies, I kid you not. If our son had not lost his government contract job the week before, the Friday of Mother's Day weekend, I would not have had the flexibility to go to school for 2 weeks solid to do this. So another door was open. Another door was open. That's not why Caleb lost his job. That's the whole government kind of work thing. But the pieces were in place for it to work. So I did. And on May 29th, I became certified in color and in style. And I believe I took my first appointment on the 4th of June, and it actually was a virtual appointment because, some of my business besties, I like to say a lot of my friends live right here in the internet, okay, on social media. And so that is how this all started. And then subsequent certifications I've done as a closet coach, and I've also gone through the hair care professionals course as well. So that is what happened from this chair on April 3rd. So I'm doing my business, and thank goodness Facebook deletes videos in here after 30 days because there was the worst, ugliest crying video in this group on June the 25th when Ruby Ribbon, the shapewear company I was representing working full-time, announced closing. So God knew and was preparing me. Okay? And so shortly after that, then there was another message, which was reinforced by my social media coach, Brenda Sturr. She's also in this group. That accessories is a great part of doing style and doing color with our metals, but particularly also with body styling. And that was the first nudge to consider adding accessories. And the company I joined with that is Park Lane Jewelry. So that is how this group has evolved from 7 years ago when it had been my party. I wasn't even a Ruby Ribbon stylist, okay? I was selling books at the time. I also was a K-3 librarian, for those of you that don't know that. And I was selling Usborne Books and More. It's been renamed to Paper Pie now, but it was a great fit. And I read almost every single day as well. I'll always be a huge literacy advocate. And so this had been my party group and became my customer group. And then April 3rd of last year, so 1 year ago today, God started what was changing. And I've got to tell you, at the age of almost 60, almost 6 decades in, every previous company has set me up for where I am at now. And I love small business. I mean, it would have to be a dire circumstance for me to go and have to punch in for someone else anymore. If I needed to do it, I would do it. But I'd much rather work for myself. And I love being in a business of service and in helping women. And I have to tell you, at the age of almost 60, I never had style. And I'm in my Nana clothes. I actually put makeup on for y'all. But it was Nana Day today. And I never had a style. I was so faithful to my previous company. I wore jean leggings when I didn't even realize that I had no business wearing those jean leggings. And some of you have seen those before and after pictures in this group as well. It's part of balancing out the body. And so let's see, I probably am getting ready to need to wrap this up here with you all. But I just felt like I needed to come on here and give you the full year loop. It's been a year since the first message. Okay. It's not been even a year since I was certified. It's not been a year since my previous company shut down, which actually was August 31st. and things have continued to evolve and to grow. But what I can tell you is this, is that I don't take for granted for even a second the fact that you all are in here. For those that have continued to stay, some have left, and that's great. They didn't sign up for color analysis and body styling and accessories. That is perfectly fine. And if you're hearing this now and you're like, oh wait, I didn't even know this group changed, that's okay. That is absolutely okay. My feelings will never be hurt. Or if you unsubscribe to an email or a text, I want to be able to add value to your life. I want you to want to come in here and find out what's going on, to learn something, be lifted up, maybe meet a friend or a neighbor in here, be encouraged. Maybe you have a birthday date that's the same date, whatever that might be. So it's not even been a year, but I am having the time of my life, and I don't see anything that would keep me from continuing to offer color services and styling services and accessories to help you. My positioning statement is I am passionate about helping women over 40 feel confident and look their best with color and style and accessories. And that's what I'm here to do. And the good Lord has put me in this position. He has paved the way. He has opened my eyes. He has equipped me. He continues to put women in front of me that are reaching out for color, whether it's their first time, whether they're having a redo from the 80s, whatever the case may be. And other women continue to add services on from there as well. And the jewelry piece has been great. I have been in direct sales. Now this is my 21st year for a long time. And I love that camaraderie as well of having that sisterhood. And I hope that you know, if you don't know me really well, after hearing my story, I would not take lightly joining something. I wouldn't just join any old company, that's for sure. And the fact that it was also God encouraged and whispered, directed, DM'd, like I like to say, I knew I was coming to the right place. There are so many faith-filled women here. It's just incredible. And the person I ended up joining with used to be with a company called Mary and Martha, which was a Christian company that had lots of home goods and gifty things and that kind of a thing. She and I used to be vendors side by side at the Thrive Christian Women's Conference in Minnesota, me with Ruby Ribbon, her with Mary and Martha. And then she had come to Park Lane. Well, now I think it was probably just her 2 years now. So everything just gets put in place for a reason. It's no mistake that you all are in here, for those of you that are in this group and that continue to stay in this group. And I hope that you continue to feel blessed in here, that I can serve you in some way. And even if it's just having a place of community where you can come in and feel welcome, that's what I want for you here also. And so thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. It's been a great year. And I know that God is not done with me yet. He keeps putting ideas in my head. And how can I serve you? You can come to my house. I'm set up. I've had a couple of women here this week that came over and had their color analysis done. I've got color appointments next week. I've got body styling appointments next week. We can meet virtually. Absolutely. I just booked an appointment with somebody out on the East Coast. That's going to be happening. I'm at in-person events. I'm going to be in Hudson, Wisconsin next Saturday, the 11th. 17th and 18th, I'm going to be at Junkin Market in Sioux Falls. The end of the month, I'll be at the 3-day Women's Fair in Wichita. I just booked at a restaurant Saturday, May 2nd out in Pierce, South Dakota. So there's lots of ways to get connected, lots and lots of ways to get connected. And so if there's any questions you have or any comments, I will come back and look at those, because all I'm seeing are the names of some of the people that were on this video. If you have joined on the replay, please comment replay, because that will bump this video up so that other people can say it. But thank you so much for being here. And guess what? I'm coming back live tomorrow, Saturday morning, because my Sparkle Box came today. I have not opened it yet. I always open it with you all, and I have seen a preview of what's in it, but I want to come in here tomorrow morning, Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and style that with you. And so I will be back tomorrow. But thank you so much for being a part of this 1-year anniversary of a big, big, big change in my life. And again, I'm having the best time of my life at the age of almost 60. And I'm so thankful you all are here and along for the ride. Have a great evening, ladies. Bye-bye.